कुनै पनि खेलको पूर्वाधार निर्माण गर्न समयभन्दा पनि दृढ इच्छा शक्ति र उचित सिस्टम भयो भने सहजै बन्न सक्छ भन्ने उदाहरण ओमान क्रिकेट सङ्घले देखाएको छ। नेपालमा क्रिकेटको अर्को एउटा रङ्गशाला बनाउनका लागि वर्षौँदेखि समर्थकहरू कुरिरहेका छन्। यस्तैमा पछिल्लो पटक धुर्मुस सुन्तली फाउन्डेसनले मैदानको निर्माण गर्छु भनेर काम सुरु गरे पनि अहिले 15 करोड रुपैयाँ उधारो भएपछि काम नै ठप्प भएको छ। यस्तै पछिल्लो करिब 2 दशकदेखि मूलपानी क्रिकेट मैदान बन्दैछ भन्ने चर्चामै सीमित छ। अहिले पनि कीर्तिपुर मैदान बाहेक अरू कुनै ठाउँमा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको प्रतियोगिता गर्नका लागि क्रिकेट रङ्गशाला छैन। नेपालमा काम गर्नका लागि सबै कुरा छ, तर सिस्टम छैन। सरकारले पनि झिनो बजेट दिने, त्यो पनि कहिले के लफडा हुँदा बजेट फ्रिज हुने गरेको छ भने कहिले बजेटकै कारण काम हुन सकेको छैन। त्यसको ठिक विपरीत ओमान क्रिकेट सङ्घले आफ्नो घरेलु मैदानका रूपमा 2वटा मैदानले अहिले अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको बनाएको छ। त्यसमा एक दिवसीय मान्यता मैदान छ भने एकले टेस्ट मान्यता पाइसकेको छ। ओमानले अल अमारतमा क्रिकेटको पूर्वाधार बनाउने भनेर घोषणा गरेको धेरै भएको छैन। सन् 2008 मा पहिलो पटक ओमानमा क्रिकेट पूर्वाधार बनाउने भनेर घोषणा भयो। त्यसको 4 वर्षमा करिब 20 लाख ओमानी रियालमा मस्कटबाट 15 किलोमिटर टाढा रहेको अल अमारतमा बालुवा भएको स्थानमा हरियो क्रिकेट मैदान तयार भयो। त्यसैको आडमा ओमान क्रिकेट सङ्घले आफ्नो अफिस र एकाडेमी बनायो। सन् 2012 को अक्टोबरमा पहिलो खेल खेलिएको थियो ओमान क्रिकेटको मैदानमा। सन् 2019 मा पनि नेप्लेजको टिम 5 नेसन्स क्रिकेट प्रतियोगिताका लागि रिपोर्टिङमा जाँदा ओमान क्रिकेट एकाडेमीको मैदान यस्तो थियो। मैदान हरियो भए पनि वरिपरि खासै पूर्वाधार थिएन। तर यो हो अहिलेको क्रिकेट रङ्गशाला। 2 वर्षमा नै ओमान क्रिकेट सङ्घले आफ्नो होम ग्राउन्डलाई पूर्ण रूपमा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको बनाएको छ। विश्वमा पहिलो पटक LED फ्लड लाइट राखेको छ भने दर्शकका लागि प्यारापिट निर्माण गरेको छ। यति मात्र होइन, यो मैदानमा चाँडै टेस्ट सिरिज आयोजना गर्ने योजना ओमान क्रिकेट सङ्घको रहेको छ। हुन त ओमानमा आफ्नो देशका नागरिक क्रिकेटमा त्यति रुचि नराख्ने भएकाले पनि पाकिस्तान र भारतबाट आएका आप्रवासीले क्रिकेट खेल्ने गरेका छन्। तर अबको 8-10 वर्षमा पुरै ओमानी खेलाडी राष्ट्रिय टिममा राख्ने सङ्घको योजना छ। पछिल्लो पटक ओमान एसोसिएट क्रिकेटमा पावर हाउसका रूपमा उदाएको छ। छिमेकी देश युएमा क्रिकेटका राम्रो पूर्वाधार हुँदा पनि राष्ट्रिय टिमले राम्रो गर्न नसकेको बेला ओमान मिडल इस्टको पावर हाउस क्रिकेट बन्ने लक्ष्यमा छ। ओमानको क्रिकेट विकासमा एकहोरो रूपमा लाग्ने एक व्यक्ति हुन् पङ्कज खिम्जी। अझ भनौँ खिम्जी परिवारले नै ओमान क्रिकेटको विकास गरेका हुन्। ओमानको ठुलो व्यवसायिक घराना रहेको खिम्जी परिवारले नै ओमान क्रिकेट एकाडेमी बनाउँदा 50,000 ओमानी रियल अनुदान गरेको थियो। त्यो भनेको नेपाली करिब 1.5 करोड भन्दा बढी रुपैयाँ हुन आउँछ। आसन्न टी20 विश्वकपको आयोजना गर्ने लक्ष्यमा रहेको ओमानले आफ्नो पूर्वाधारलाई विश्व स्तरसम्म पुर्याएको छ। उसको यो करामत देखेर नेपाली क्रिकेट टिमको कप्तान ज्ञानेन्द्र मल्ल पनि चकित परेका छन्।
होइन, गएको भनौँ डिभिजन हामीले 3 मा हामीले ओमानलाई बिट गरिसकेपछि आई थिङ्क बर्मुडामा, त्यसपछि चाहिँ उनीहरूले एउटा फड्को मारे जस्तो लाग्छ। त्यसपछि एसिसी ट्रफीमा आयो, हामीलाई पनि हराउन सफल भयो। त्यसपछि आयो होइन, त्यसपछि वर्ल्ड कप पनि खेल्न सफल भयो होइन। सो अहिले कन्टिन्युसली अब सेकेन्ड वर्ल्ड कप खेल्दैछ टी20 र जति अब भनौँ न ओमानी साथीहरू छन्, ओमानी साथीहरूले पनि पहिला भन्थ्यो उनीहरू पहिला बालवास्तवमा म्याचेसहरू धेरै खेल्थे, ग्राउन्डहरू कम हुन्थ्यो। अब अहिले यहाँ आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो फेसिलिटी छ होइन, जुन 2टा ग्राउन्ड छ होइन, वर्ल्ड स्ट्यान्डर्डको छ। अब लाइट्स पनि हालिसकेका छन् होइन, त्यसमाथि अब इन्डोरदेखि लिएर फेसिलिटी हेर्ने हो भनेदेखि र यहाँनिर प्रोपर क्रिकेटको सिस्टम रहेछ, गेमहरू हुँदो रहेछ। भनौँ प्लेयर्सहरू चाहिँ कम्पनीहरूबाट क्लबहरूबाट चाहिँ एउटा वर्षभरि चाहिँ एउटा सिजन लिग क्रिकेट पनि खेल्दो रहेछ र अझ खेलाडीहरू आउने क्रममा रहेछ बाहिरबाट। सो हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब भनौँ न मेबी हामीले योभन्दा अझ राम्रो हामी हुनुपर्ने, हामी त्यो पाथवेमा पहिलेदेखि थियौँ र त्यो सबै कुराहरू चेन्जेस भनेको खेलाडीको पर्फर्मेन्सले मात्र हुन्छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन होइन। सबैतिरबाट एडमिनिस्ट्रेसन पार्टदेखि लिएर सरकारदेखि लिएर सबैको चासो भन्दैमा अब बोलेर भनेर होइन, सधैँ हामी एउटै कुरा रिपिट गर्छौँ होइन। सबैले हारेपछि जितेपछि के भयो के चाहिन्छ भन्ने पूर्वाधारको कुराहरू गर्छ, तर सिम्पल एउटा ग्राउन्डलाई नै हामीले भनौँ न त्यो वर्ल्ड स्ट्यान्डर्डमा मेन्टेन गरेर राख्न सकिरहेको छैन। अब आज उहाँहरूले त्यो गर्नुभयो, अब त्यसको कारणले गर्दाखेरि भनौँ न वर्ल्ड कपदेखि लिएर सबै कुराहरू, देशको स्थिति पनि राम्रो भएपछि वर्ल्ड कपदेखि लिएर सबै गेमहरू आइरहेछ। त्यसले बोर्डलाई फाइदा हुने, प्लेयरलाई फाइदा हुने र अपकमिङ भनौँ न आउने प्लेयर्सहरूलाई मोटिभेसन हुने हो। सो हामी चाहिँ कहीँ न कहीँ चुकिरहेछौँ जस्तो लाग्छ। जुन हामी हुनुपर्ने ठाउँमा अरू देशहरू अगाडि बढिरहेको छ होइन, त्यो देख्दाखेरि चाहिँ अलिकति खिन्न पनि लाग्छ। अब ओमान जस्तो देशमा चाहिँ सजिलो पार्ट चाहिँ के छ जस्तो लाग्छ भनेदेखि चाहिँ अब आफैमा समृद्ध छ, सबै कुराहरू छ होइन। अब यहाँनिर सबै बाहिरको प्लेयर्सहरू आएर अब यहीँकोहरू भन्दा पनि बाहिर आएर खेल्छन् र यहाँ बस्नलाई पनि रुचाउँछन्, किनभने राम्ररी पेड हुन्छन्। सबैजना प्लेयरहरूलाई राम्रो जागिर दिइरहेको छ, पैसा राम्रो पाइरहेको छ र जति पनि पाकिस्तानी, इन्डियन, अब श्रीलङ्कन प्लेयर्सहरू छ उनीहरू यहाँनिर आएर बसेर खेल्ने र सँगसँगै त्यो गर्ने भएको भएर चान्सेस हुनसक्छ, किनभने त्यसले राम्रो प्लेयर्सहरू एट्र्याक्ट गर्छ। अब त्यसमाथि पनि एडमिनिस्ट्रेसनले जसरी अहिले वर्कआउट गरिरहेछ, वर्ल्ड कपदेखि लिएर सबै ल्याउने गरिरहेछ, त्यसले चाहिँ अगाडि नै बढिरहेको देखिन्छ होइन। र हामीले पनि सिक्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ होइन। अब अफगानिस्तानले पनि त्यही गरे हो होइन। अब तल हुँदाखेरि खासै थिएन, पछि बिस्तारै जसरी डेभलप गर्दै गयो, पहिला पाकिस्तानको हेल्प लियो, पाकिस्तान त्यसपछि युएईको हेल्प लियो, अब हुँदा हुँदा इन्डियाको हेल्पले अगाडि बढिरहेको छ होइन। हामी पनि त्यसरी कसरी न कसैसँग चाहिँ साथ लिएर अहिले आफू सक्दैन भने लिएर चाहिँ अगाडि बढ्नुपर्छ।
अहिले जुन तरिकाले ओमानले क्रिकेटमा लगानी गरेको छ त्यो हेर्दा अबको 2-3 वर्षसम्म यो युएई जस्तै तटस्थ भेन्यू हुने पक्का छ। यति मात्र होइन, ओमान क्रिकेट सङ्घका अध्यक्ष पङ्कज खिम्जीको टिम र ओमान क्रिकेटको व्यवस्थापन पनि निकै सशक्त रहेको छ, जसले गर्दा पनि क्रिकेटको विकास भने पनि सङ्घका एकजना पदाधिकारी पनि नकारात्मक सोच्ने छैनन्। यदि त्यसो भएको खण्डमा बोर्डबाट नै ती व्यक्तिलाई बाहिर राख्ने सिस्टम ओमान क्रिकेटमा छ। अहिले $2 मिलियन भन्दा बढी खर्च गरेर टी20 विश्वकपका लागि मैदानमा पूर्वाधार तयार पारिँदैछ। दिनरात गरेर पूर्वाधारको काम अन्तिम अवस्थामा पुर्याएको छ। यति मात्र होइन, फ्लड लाइटका कारण अहिले डे नाइट गेम गरिरहेको छ। चाँडै श्रीलङ्का, बङ्गलादेशले ओमानमा क्रिकेट खेल्ने तालिका छ। आखिर यस्तो द्रुत गतिमा ओमान क्रिकेट सङ्घ कसरी विकास गर्न सक्यो? उसको चाहना, भविष्यको योजना र यसले नेपाली क्रिकेटमा कस्तो प्रभाव पार्न सक्ला भन्ने विषयमा नेप्लेजले ओमान क्रिकेट सङ्घका प्रमुख पङ्कज खिम्जीसँग कुराकानी गरेका छौँ।
Oman is an associate country. Its infrastructure are rapidly growing, developing, as you said, which is also such a big challenge for Oman cricket to develop an infrastructure in rapid way. And how such a change has been possible in short period of time?
Yes, I think if you look at Oman 10 years ago, we were not even ranked number 40 in the world, and we were an affiliate nation. We were not even an associate nation. So 10 years ago, we got affiliate rank in Melbourne at the ICC meeting, and we came to Oman and we said, just being an associate nation means nothing. You have to perform, and performance will only get Oman recognition. And, the world will not recognize Oman if there is no performance. You can have beautiful stadium, but what is a stadium if there is no performers? So we said we need to build the team, and that's when we got Duleep Mendes. And the first thing you need to do is to make sure you have a strong level of support staff which are focused towards only the team. And then you select 20, 30 people and not 14 people only before the games. And we said, right, this 30 people are going to be the basket in which we will choose the best players from season to season. And I think that was more important. We were not focused towards building stadium. We were focused towards building beautiful wickets, a beautiful practice area, and a beautiful outdoor nets area. So it's all about cricket. It's not about show. And that is what we achieved. Number two, extremely important to have a cricket board which is all in the same road, going in the same direction. Not even 5 degrees plus minus. They all have to all agree on a particular aspect and then put blinkers on and go only in that direction. And then you make the direction changes based every year, little changing here and there, changing a support staff, changing a thing staff. And I think this, having this consistent approach for the last 6 years, 7 years, has brought about a performance improvement in the Oman cricket team from being number 40 to coming up to being number 13 in the world in the ODI level, which is now in amongst the top 20. So sometimes it's 17, sometimes it's 15, because number of games you play. Now, last 18 months, this is the first game we played since we played in Nepal and since we played in January of 2020. So, it's from that point of view, we are very fortunate that we've stuck to our position. We've been very focused on developing cricket, and we have no other agenda. It's cricket.
So how it's possible? Is it like the proper system or proper vision?
It's proper vision, proper governance. That means the board takes nothing. You only use the money and the resources you get from ICC based on performance. So when your performance improves, you receive more money from ICC. And you use that money towards building back into the team and building back into the cricket infrastructure. So all the money we have over here is basically the team. The ground and the thing, we got a very good help from our Majesty, and we made sure that every penny was spent in getting the best lights, the best indoor school, and the best wickets. We do not compromise on the quality of the cricket. We don't have anything else. I don't have a public stand. I don't have corporate boxes. Now I'm doing only because of World Cup. But otherwise, I want to develop as many green grounds as possible. I mean, we were in Kathmandu in 2020, February. I loved your country. I said I must come back. I must come back and see more of Nepal. And I loved walking the streets. I found the people to be so warm. And I only suggest there's such a lot of passion that I saw in Nepal in the people who are both following the cricket and also playing the cricket. They're very passionate about it. But I understand you all have only 2 grounds in the whole of Nepal, in the whole of Kathmandu, and one maybe in Pokhara and one maybe in another town. I think what you need is to build more grounds. I think you need more green grounds. I will probably build 2 or 3 more green grounds in the next 2 to 3 years. So I will have altogether maybe 5 grounds which are green, like this one, in the next 3 to 4 years. And only if I bring green grounds, I will automatically add cricket, and cricketers will come, and I will develop the game. It's about putting back you put the investment back in cricket. It's like you take a seed, you put it in the ground, the crop will come, the rain will come.
So back in 2019, when 5 Nations Cup happened in same ground, this ground, that time only the green ground and some infrastructure, but
Nothing.
now nothing. But now you are developing this ground is a fully
ODI, it's ODI qualified, it's T20 qualified, and a few months ago we also got test status. So we were hoping to get Afghanistan to come and play some of their away tests and home tests, in Oman. We hope that in the next year or so we will get to have at least one test. That will be an absolute dream if I can get somebody to come and play a test series over here. We would love to host them, and let's face it, you can have 100 T20s, you can have 150s of ODIs, but one test is equivalent to all of that.
So being ranked 40, and now you are hosting a test country.
Now we are 15, 17 ranked.
17, and
now we are hosting test country, correct.
And even Sri Lanka is playing here with Oman,
correct.
Near future. This is from our side, this is like a dream for Nepal to host a test country. And how is this possible?
Like I said, you only focus on developing the cricket part. You forget about everything else. You focus on building the best cricket green ground, the best dressing rooms. So you focus on what the cricketer wants. Don't focus on what the board wants or what the public wants. You develop cricket for cricketers. Don't develop cricket for audience or for TV. Everything else will come. Today, if I didn't have this building, cricket will still come because I have a nice dressing room. I have a nice green wicket, which is so beautiful. There is no up and down stuff. It's playing beautiful. And I have the best lights in the world now. So for the next 5 years, I don't have to worry about my lights. I don't have to worry about my wicket. So I said, I will only focus on the cricket part. Everything else will come automatically.
How much does it cost to put up lights?
See, just the upgrade of the ground by putting in a 2,500 lux lights and putting in the grandstand and putting in the upgrading the dressing rooms, etc. We will probably put in about $2 to $3 million in upgrading the grounds just to make it qualified for the World Cup. Let's face it, and for a World Cup, hosting one small ODI or a WCL tournament is not the same as hosting a World Cup. World Cup, you need to show to the world that there is a cricket stadium which is worth doing it. So we've gone beyond our means to do it. We've got very good help from the government. We've got very good help from the sponsors. And you need to give back to the sponsors also, saying that, okay, we will let you do this, we will let you do that. We need to highlight this. And the government is very supportive from that point of view. That we required some funds, we got some funds. So
the Oman cricket standard is also raised very much. And we have seen it in years. So when did you think that now Oman cricket have to be improved? Because in 2013, when Oman cricket played in Bermuda, he's bottom 2, and then he fall down.
Yes,
and
I know.
Where do you think, where Oman cricket think that now we have to go next level?
I want to be amongst the 15 to 20, at least. I want to make sure that I am in the same, just below the Ireland, Afghanistan, sometimes even beating Ireland. So if I can be amongst the 13 to 15 rank, I will be very happy. I do not believe that we are in a position to play test at least for the next 3 to 5 years. I also want that Oman cricket should have some local Omanis also playing, but that will probably take me, I have a 10-year vision for that.
Okay.
That in 10 years, I want to see at least 50% of my team to be with Omani nationals. And that's the idea. Let's see.
So now you are...
I'm happy being between 13 and 15, 16 rank in the world.
You are playing also T20 World Cup.
Correct.
So the Division 3 loss to T20 World Cup playing is rapidly growth.
See, T20 World Cup,
And you
playing a T20 game is anyone's game. You know, it's sometimes I call it a seasonal lottery. If the season is good, your luck is good, you will win. I think at this moment in time we have a very good chance to make it to round 2 of the World Cup, to go to UAE, and we are mindset is we are going to UAE to play the second round of the World Cup. So I think we're very focused. Our support team is very strong. Our boys are very committed. God help that we do not have any injuries or worries apart from that. I think Oman should progress. and make a bigger mark, not only from a ground and hosting point of view, but also from a qualification point of view.
So it is said that Khimji family is very much responsible for Omani cricket to develop Omani cricket. How is it like your family from forefather to now, or is it different thing? What is the reason?
See, it's not 100% fair to say that Khimji family is responsible for development of Oman cricket. No, we have played a part. My father has played a very significant role in keeping cricket growing in Oman, along with a lot of other board members. You know, I have board members over here today who've been with Oman cricket for 25 years. So they have played a significant role. I have board members who've been with me for, there is no board member who's been with me for less than 10 years. So, you know, you need to have a very steady, very focused kind of board which all agree with your same idea. And I think the board is it's very important to have that board, one. Number two, we are meeting all the requirements and all the kind of attributes of what ICC wants from a developing country. We have never defaulted. We've always kind of kept to that word, saying develop cricket, and it's for cricket. And I think that has really paid the part. And then, you know, we've got a fantastic coach in Dulip. You know, he came here, we thought if he does 2-3 years, we'll be very happy. He's been here for 10 years, and I hope he's here for another 10 years. So I think it's a combination of the staff, the vision of the board, and then you need a few, you see, what you call an anchor members. My father was one of them, that he was the anchor and the pillar behind which a lot of things happened. But he was not the only pillar. You know, you need a lot of support system. If you don't have the support system, one man cannot build an army.
So whenever Oman national team plays in other countries, you probably reach there to support.
I love the game.
Oman.
It's my passion. It's my passion. It's pure passion. It's you know, you play cricket as a child. God has been kind. He has made us live comfortably. He made us give back to cricket what cricket gave us pleasure as young children, to play in the streets and in the buildings and in Maidans of Mumbai. Both my father and I grew up in a similar manner playing cricket, and we followed the cricket world over, and now we had the best, in the last 10 years, we probably had the best times together around cricket. So we went and saw 3 Lords games of India and England, 3 consecutive games over 8 years. We then went to Namibia, we went to Uganda, I came to Nepal.
Yeah.
He could not come to Nepal because COVID had just started and we didn't want to take a chance. He really missed it. He wanted to do the darshan in your most fantastic Pashupashinath temple. I was very fortunate that I was able to do that. I was also able to take a little flight and go around the Everest and do a parikrama there. So yeah, with cricket, it gave us a time as father and son to even bond and enjoy the best. I mean, we went to Uganda, we went and saw the gorillas in the mountain. Fantastic, you don't get to see this anywhere. So cricket gave us an expression and an ability to go and see the world as well. And we love that. You know, you see a game one day, next day is a rest day, you go and see the country. I got to see Namibia. We were so keen on going to Papua New Guinea, but because of COVID now, we have to wait till early next year to go and do that. But I hope we're coming back to Nepal. I still have a lot of places that I want to go to in Nepal.
So you are very, very much busy person. Like you have not only cricket, other many business to handle. How do you manage the time with cricket? Because when we came here and you always in daily basis you are with player and in ground in office.
You have given a commitment to ICC that I will deliver a World Cup. Once you make a promise, a businessman's promise is a businessman's promise, then it doesn't matter. But I've got a very good team both in the business and I've got a very good team over here. So it's not that I have to roll my sleeves up and lift bags or anything. But in a project, it's the management team that matters. It's not the project manager that matters. The project manager gives you direction. A captain of a ship gives direction, but you need an engineer, you need a navigator, you need an electrician to make things happen. So similarly, in the world, you need to, first of all, get the best people, and then to empower them. And it's like a project. You enjoy it. And I've reached a stage in life where I'd really like to enjoy and do things different. Things, hosting the World Cup. How often do you get a chance to host the World Cup? Agar Nepal ko World Cup mil gaya, so can we imagine Nepal will say no, we won't do it? They will. The whole of half of Kathmandu will be working towards making the World Cup happen. So similarly, we are also passionate, and we want to. It's a golden opportunity. I don't know. Realistically speaking, do you see Oman getting another World Cup in the next 5 to 10 years' time? No. It cannot. It just won't be there. Have you ever thought that an associate country will get a chance to host a World Cup when there is India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Australia, England, all there, West Indies, all there to say we want to do it, South Africa? No chance. But this is God has been kind. The stars were in the right place, as they said, Naseeb, and here we are. So we said we'll take with two hands.
One of Omani cricket players said that in one interview, the Khimji family is father figure like us, like player. Whenever there is problem with player, they will always stand for that. So that player have enthusiasm to play more cricket and more efficiently, more actively. Is it like family, real family for Omani cricket?
See, if you come to think of it, you will say that cricket needs a passionate person or a leader to kind of make it happen. Even if you look at soccer, you see the Chelsea team, it has Mr. Abramovich.
Yeah.
You take away Mr. Abramovich, Chelsea may not be the same. You take Man City, you've got the Qatar royal family. You take the Qatar royal family away, will Manchester City, the Abu Dhabi family. If you take that away, will they? No, you have Paris Saint-Germain. So behind every successful team, there's got to be one individual or one family, which is always the person who really pulls the strings and makes it happen. I think similarly in cricket, we've had the opportunity to kind of give back to the game and make sure the game stays on track. That Oman stays on track and keeps on delivering year after year and getting better, slowly getting one step at a time. We're not in a hurry. We don't have any big ambitions, but we want to play good cricket and consistent cricket. And it gives me a lot of pleasure to see my team. And if you look at the 14, 15 players, you look at these players 10 years ago, they were nowhere. They had no opportunities. So when you give an opportunity to 15, 20, 30 players to come and perform at a world stage, and the pleasure you get, this is something very difficult to describe. And I think that is the pleasure that I'm living on. It's not about money, it's not about fame. I'm not worried about the interviews that I give you, but I'm very happy to share that, it's a great pleasure, because cricket today, what it will give back to Oman in terms of global publicity, as Oman, not as Oman cricket, is going to be phenomenal. I don't think Oman will get an opportunity like this to showcase itself to a large audience, television audience, globally, like they're going to get in these 6 games that are going to be played during the World Cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now Oman has got to host the T20 World Cup. Do you think it will help ICC tournament continue in the near future?
Yeah, I think it's very evident now that we've qualified and we've got this ground accredited as a World Cup hosting ground. There's nothing stopping us from getting more tournaments from ICC, whether they're ACC tournaments or they're ICC tournaments, whether they're WCL, that we've been hosting for the last 3-4 years. So we think that there is a lot of opportunity. And then plus, if you think about it, in the European hemisphere and in Australia, our playing season is their off season. So they can come and do the pre-season training over here. We can host some games. And today, cricket amongst the 9 countries like Nepal, Oman, USA, Namibia, Uganda, these countries, they are going to be playing more and more cricket. The WCL games are going to be thing. So apart from that, ICC is now saying play with UAE, play with thing. Recently we had the Mumbai team that came over here. They enjoyed it so much. For them also it was a pre-season training. For us also it was pretty much the pre-season training in August. So I think we're going to get more and more such teams coming in.
Just if we look at the past time, UAE and Malaysia are organizing
a lot of tournaments.
Lots of tournaments. So do you want? Is your aim to bring that tournament to Oman in near future?
See, we want to have a fair share. I'm not saying I want all their tournaments over here. I cannot build a stadium like Dubai. You know, you want to do a IPL tournament. Yeah, maybe I can do 2 or 3 with 5,000. This is 3,000 spectators right now. I can probably do 5. I can probably do 7,000 spectators. But if you want 20,000 spectators to sit in an IPL game, Mumbai against Chennai or something like that, I cannot do that. But I can do good tournaments for Afghanistan. I can do good tournaments for Zimbabwe. I can do good tournaments for, you know, Pakistan comes, I'll be more than happy. Where there are countries which are having problems in hosting tournaments of their own. Those are the kind of tournaments that I'd like to host.
Yeah, Pakistan also is not able to host their home game at their own country. They are hosting at UAE. So are you planning to bring that cricket to your country?
I would love to work with Pakistan. I would love to host a Pakistan team over here. What a team. What a fantastic cricketing country. So we'd be very happy to host them here.
So Oman is a kind of role model for associate nations recent times.
Thank you.
And in terms of cricket development, how long there have been a plan to make Oman as a test nation country? Do you have such time?
I have no plan for being a test nation. I don't see myself being a test nation because if you look at it, 99% of my cricketers, 1,300, 1,500 cricketers that we have in the country today, they're all working people. They work 9 to 5. How do they play a 3-day game? I can't even forget 5-day game. So, you know, we want to stay an amateur cricket-loving country. We want to stay an amateur, a good professional amateur. Is there such a word like professional amateur? No, there's no. But I would love to be a good, high-caliber, high-quality amateur cricket-playing nation. I think this is my dream, and I maintain my level of consistency with new players coming in, better players coming in, better teams coming in. I'd love to see Nepal come here at least twice a year on a bilateral tour. We go to Nepal, Nepal comes over here. You know, I'd love to do that.
You brought your family when you were in Nepal in 2020, January, February. What were your thoughts that Nepal cricket and management from your perspective? How do you
know,
find
I can't comment about the management of Nepal cricket because I understand you had a difficult time earlier, and now with COVID, it has been a complete washout for most countries from a cricketing playing perspective. But I'd love to engage with your management, your cricket board, to understand, because now that I'm very much part of the Asian Cricket Council board, and I would love to work with your board on seeing how we can bring up the level of Nepal cricket, even better than Oman if it has to be, because now we need to work as an Asian group, and as Asian countries we need to develop more cricket, not just in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan, but we need to bring 1 or 2 more countries to come in as full performing countries. And I think Nepal has the best chance because you've got a very decent population, you've got a young cricketing population, you've got a very passionate cricketing population, you're close to India, you can take the resources from India to bring in there. And I think this will really work. And I'm not sure whether I'm qualified enough to tell Nepal what to do, but I'd love to see Nepal grow into a bigger cricketing nation.
Can you see areas where Oman and Nepal could collaborate in your future, by the way, by like
bilateral series?
Bilateral series.
I want to do bilateral. I want to do trilateral series as well, you know, bring in another country, UAE or somebody where we can all play and play some good cricket. Maybe a Hong Kong can come in, because Hong Kong had a good quality of cricket at one time. They were much higher ranked than us. So we need to bring them back and and play some good cricket.
How Oman Cricket Association is developing the domestic cricket and domestic structure?
For us, domestic cricket is very important. Now we want to go into the other cities of Oman, not just in Oman. So we have one league going on in Dhofar in Salalah. We want to start another league in Sohar, which is near on the way to Dubai. And there are already about 20 teams who are wanting to play. It's just a matter of us getting the right land and the right development. So we want to take cricket now into the interior and then to Nizwa as well. So this is something that we want to develop, is now taking cricket out of Muscat and into the hinterland. You know, we have 1.5 million expatriates, of which nearly 1 million of them are from Asia, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. So I think there's a very good chance.
Do you have any plan of organizing franchise cricket in near future for a country?
Not really.
Because
franchise cricket is all about commercial.
Yeah.
And for me, commercial, that is not an attraction. I want to play good cricket. Whether it's... See, franchise cricket, frankly speaking, from a player perspective is very good because they get a good earning. Okay, and I've seen a lot of small franchise tournaments coming up in UAE, in a lot of countries. And then after 1 or 2 years, they're gone. And I don't see why this is not happening. So I'd just like to wait and watch and see what happens. So if that is something that is there, I'd much rather settle down, wait, see if ACC or ICC would like to do something, and I will be there to co-partnership with somebody. But I don't want to take the initiative of doing a franchise tournament. I'm not sure why, I'm not so confident, but I just feel that it's still a very opportunistic tournament. It's all about coming in the limelight. If somebody wants to host a franchise tournament, a legitimate organization, then I'll do it. But I'm not looking at sponsored events of this sort. I still think that these league T20 tournaments are all about sponsorship and all about... I'm not convinced that they're entirely legitimate. And I'm being honest, I'm being brutally honest.
Oman cricket has been doing really well. You are hosting World Cup. But looking at the audience, doesn't you feel like that franchise cricket can give much more audience to your cricket?
You will give me the audience now. After I do the World Cup, I'll get more audience. Now all my domestic games are going to be televised live. So I'm slowly building that culture where my Oman cricket gets appreciated by people both in India, Pakistan, Nepal. I've got a lot of big Nepali audience. I've got a large Nepali followers on our Facebook and our Instagram account. So I think now with Nepal being over here for so many days, I'm going to have more friends. So let's see how it goes.
This is my last question, sir. What do you believe are the 3 most important factors to be development of cricket, like associate level, so that it can benefit for Nepal and other countries also? What is your vision or what is your thought in 3 points, point-wise?
I think build an independent cricket development team. Don't let the board run cricket. Let cricket be run by a Paras Khadka. You need cricketers to run cricket. You know, let the board take care of administration. And I think the more you have cricketers, like Duleep Mendes runs my cricket. I don't interfere with how he runs my cricket. But you first trust him. And then you give him the right team. Okay? And then you work it from there. Okay? And once you've got the cricketing and the administration separated, and the administration's job is to build the infrastructure and give them the support. You're a supporting body. You're not the leading body. People mistake it by putting administration on as leaders and cricket as followers. If you put cricketing, the network to be the leaders and the administration supporting it, I think you can't go wrong.
We have seen lots of kids playing cricket over here. Indoor facility, you have very good indoor facility. So how much has been Oman cricket been investing on grassroots cricket? You in the earlier.
See, we were just about to start in January with 9 schools in the neighboring area, government schools with 100% Omani children, with girls and boys. And then COVID happened. We recruited our coaches, we recruited our trainers. We wanted to do one day in the school and one day over here. And the schools were so enthusiastic. We still have about 30 Omani boys and girls who come over here for training. But we're hoping this COVID clears up. One more semester we'll wait to see. I hope it does not come back. And then again in January we'll start. Or maybe in even December, November we can start. We'll just wait, we'll just give it a little time. We're also busy right now with this World Cup.
The way you have been investing in grassroots.
Grassroots has to work.
Yeah.
You have to take cricket to schools.
Yeah.
If schools do not adapt cricket, cricket will not develop in your country.
So where do you see Nepal, Oman cricket in 15 to 20 years?
In 10 years, I want 5 of my local grassroots cricketers playing cricket in the country. I want them to be national players. 50% of my national team should be grassroots developed. In 10 years, 10 to 12 years. In 20 years, I would hope that I will have a good 15 boys who are making it to the national team. 20 years for sure. Otherwise, I've not done my job. And I hope I'll be there to kind of see it, that I have a full national team. But I love my boys over here right now. So this is my national team.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, boys.